We have actresses like Katrina Kaif or Aishwarya Rai or Rashmika Mandana. When they laugh, they cover their face.
Yeah.
Alia Bhatt does not cover her face when she's laughing. She laughs like ha ha ha. That means she has. There's this episode in Coffee with Karan where Preeti Zinta and Saif Ali Khan are being invited. One man just said, only one man said that I think his nose is a little longer. And then after that, Saif kept doing this. Actor like Saif Ali Khan got bothered. A person, if they know how to use the body and the voice at the same time, and plus they are comfortable with their own skin, there's no stopping of them in becoming the most charismatic person in the room. So if you really want to make things alive or spark or whatever with your partner, 2 rules. One is a 6-second kiss, right? Second one is the 20 seconds.
Is there any gesture that people make that thinking that it's helping with their confidence, but it's just backing fire at them? How do you know that someone is like whoever is watching and wants to improve their confidence? What is something that we can do? How do you know that someone is like? Can I decode you?
Yes, please.
Yeah. When I look at you, I see that you are pregnant.
Thank you. So yeah, that's correct. What else?
No, I was just joking. No, but I see that you are also very present. You observe. Yeah, that's what I notice about you.
This observation has come from different experience. A, moving to different places. B, getting beaten up by the parents because you need to look at their facial expression and you need to gauge that now you're going to get beaten up. And if you are an Indian kid, most likely you have been beaten up. Funny part is, now parents are like, they have this gentle parenting thing. Back then there was no gentle parenting. Hence there was no spa, there was no salon, there was no jacuzzi, because that's how they used to get rejuvenated, by beating all of us and then feeling nice. So that's the second thing. I think because of that, most of the people are observational in India. Third is if they end up in a lot of bad relationships. Because every relationship is worse than the other one. So you try to figure out, what did I do wrong in the previous one that I keep falling into the same trap. So I think these are the reasons. So non-verbal communication is a skill that people learn or can learn. But
give me a couple of other examples so that we understand the connection between the body language and the trauma.
I'll give you an example of Meghan Markle. She's like my latest subject right now. I've been studying her for some time. So she feels, or she felt, that she is not good enough maybe, or not suitable for the royal family. Nobody initially might have told her, but it's a royal family. And I'm coming from a different background altogether, different ethnicity. So I already feel inferior. Now this inferiority will be shown when I meet them. So when she meets them, you will see a lot of touching of body, you will see a lot of movements, pacifiers, and then you will also see a person trying hard enough to fit in. Yes.
Yeah.
So that is why a person needs to feel that everybody has a different story to tell, everybody has a different background, different experience. You need to accept that. I don't have to fit in. I have to be whoever I am and be there with them. But little bit of courtesy or the etiquette, the basic ones, is something that people can learn. So Meghan had that, and because she could not act enough, she started to feel the pressure on her own more compared to what royal family put the pressure on. And then this happened, like they moved out of the family. So this is why a person needs to know themselves first. So I give this assignment to all my clients, like, what do you think you are most insecure about, physically and mentally? Now, this is something I and my mother were just talking about, the skin color. So India is obsessed with a lighter skin tone, right? So much so, and this is something I don't know, I have to go to the semantics and the roots of it. I feel the light skin should be called as light skin and not fair, F-A-I-R, fair. Fair does not mean light skin, but people use the word fair. Just because a person has light skin, you're calling them fair, and fair means something very different.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we use the word fair and lovely, all those things. So you are saying that a person who is light skin is by default fair or what? Again, semantics. I don't want to go into the root. And maybe the word has a very different connotation altogether. So we were talking about how the skin color affects a person's confidence. Now, my brother is also blessed with a darker skin tone. So when he was growing up, we in the family start making fun of him. Hey, darker skin, because I'm lighter than him. And I used to get bullied for my skin tone.
Oh, I see.
So it's the division of power.
Yeah.
And then we have, let's say, charismatic body language, where a person enters, you meet them, you become very happy, right? Like me. Now, the point is, if a person wants to become charismatic, the first thing what I feel is you need to come out of your insecurities. Then the charisma will follow you by default. You don't have to force it, right? So that's the charismatic body language is there. Then you can also see which person is like a little nervous body language is another body language. When, let's say, if I'm meeting you and I'm thinking, oh my God, how will this episode be? Will it get a lot of views? Will it get a lot of shares? That is none of my business now. Whatever we are talking, we are talking. It will go, and I don't know what will pick up.
Yeah, I mean, with your stories, I'm sure it's going to go up.
that I don't know. So that is where a person needs to know that you do your best, but do not think about the outcome yet. Because if you're thinking about the outcome, your body language will be affected. Hence, a lot of people have the stage fright, right?
Yeah.
So apparently it's called the second most fear of the world.
Exactly.
The stage fright.
Yeah.
So you're going on stage and then you're thinking, okay, what if I make a mistake? And trust me on this, my English is not very good. It was very good at school, not very good now. I make pronunciation mistake. I make grammatical mistakes. I make several kind of mistakes, but I know that it's fine to make a mistake, right? Sometimes I do refer to a man as her or something. I do make those mistakes, but when a person knows that this is something that a person can make mistake, it's fine. So you become more in congruence with your own body and with your own self. This is why a person needs to know that how my nervous body language is. So if I
What is that?
For example, if you go on stage, some people, they just freeze. Some people keep repeating the same sentence. My name is and then some people have shifty eyes. Some people start using a lot of self-soothing gestures, right? So these are some of the things a person needs to know and also work towards it.
Oh, I see.
So work towards it in two manners. First is, you need to know, why are you so scared? Because I am scared that I should not make any mistake. You need to know it's fine to make mistakes. Now recently, I think, the Meta AI glasses, or it failed, like on the live demo it failed, right? And then I think Tesla Cybertruck also, he was portraying that and it broke. So things happen. If it has happened to the biggest of the biggest people, or the who's who, it can happen to you also. And that is when you need to know that it's okay to make mistakes. So that's one. Second is working towards it. For example, if I'm scared or nervous, I'll do this. So now I need to find a compensating gesture, which will, let's say, I'll take my car key or probably from this I'll do this. So it reduces.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that is how you need to reduce here also. So outside in and inside out approach.
I see. When someone is lying, what are other signs that we can pick up that we know that the person is lying? How do you know that someone is lying?
Again, so the first thing is we need to look at a person's baseline. Baseline as in how the person behaves normally.
Oh.
That is a very important and crucial part that all the other people miss out on. So if I'm a person who's a smiling person by default,
Yeah.
and if you ask me a question where I feel I need to lie, the first thing probably will be my smile will be gone.
Oh, I see.
Second thing is, if I'm saying something, let's say another gesture is pursed lips, like this. Now, pursed lips does not mean a person is lying. You need to know why a person is pursing the lips. Is it because now, for example, I want to drink water.
Yeah.
I feel that my lips are dry, so I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Right? And if I'm laughing everything or I'm talking and you say, oh, so tell me about last night, what happened? Like, was there a fight that you involved? No, I don't. Suddenly, when you see that, a pursed lips, that means a person is concealing the piece of information.
Oh, I see.
Yes. Pursed lips is another gesture. Then you have incongruency. That you're looking somewhere else, pointing somewhere else. And you have one-sided shoulder shrug, something that I have seen in Meghan Markle's video a lot lately. So I was thinking of making a video on her. So there was this, I don't know which...
Okay, this is the opportunity. You can make a video now on her. Yeah, go ahead then.
So there was this podcast where a woman is asking her that is there a tension between being relatable and being the Duchess of Sussex, right? So she says, okay, no, and she's doing that, no, and then immediately what she does is she closes herself up. She was talking like this.
Yeah.
When the question was asked, she says no, she closes herself up. That is
Yeah.
something she does not want to talk about. And then she also says, I'm just doing my job, I'm just being real. So now she does this gesture, whereas in the previous question, she has been talking with the palm up gestures.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So when she says that I'm a real person or I'm just doing my job, so that is a palm down gesture, which is me subconsciously signifying that I am not going to talk about this. This is somewhere I want to stop.
Yeah.
Right? So this is where the gestures change. And then she said no, no. And then the body is coming close. It is becoming closed. So the immediate shift on body language, right? Then another gesture, what I've noticed in the same podcast is when the host asks her, what is the one thing that you want to tell people? So she whispers, no one ever asked me that. So there was no reason to whisper at that point of time. And then she said, okay, what was the real? So now what happens is, ideally, if you are not very vulnerable, you will never show this part. This is a private, so it's not a private part, but we hide this part because this is where we know we have this bodily intelligence.
Yeah.
This is an important part. It has throat, it has jugular vein. If you cut it, I'll die. Right? So she does this. Now this is a sign that I'm vulnerable and I'm scared also. So now this is something that she does at that point of time, which ideally, if in an ideal response, should be like, what is that one thing that you want to tell? One thing. But then she exposes her throat entirely here. So these are few of the gestures. If a person knows the non-verbal gestures properly, they can easily see through a person's drama.
So what you're saying is that so if you know the person, you can look at the baseline.
Yes.
And then if there's something which is a bit not as per the normal baseline, maybe there's something there.
Yes.
And the second is to look at maybe the person is changing postures or hands. That might also mean that the person is like maybe not telling the truth, or there's something incongruent there.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. So, for example, when you ask me a question and I'm talking like this,
Yeah.
and then you ask me a question with which I might not be very comfortable.
Oh.
So, I will probably close myself up like this or this. Then there is something called a self-hushing gesture, right? So, a person will make the lips quiet, like this or this or this. So these are some of the gestures. If a person knows why is the person doing that, they will get to know. Recently, we had the Russia, India, China meeting, right? And then, no, it was not Russia, India, China. It was some other meeting that happened where the Pakistani head was there. And he was apparently nominating President Trump for Nobel Peace Prize. And there you can see behind that Melanie is standing. And then she's doing, she's doing this. And then she's doing this. And she's very much visible. So some people said, when I made a video on that, that how she's not in agreement with whatever is being said. You give this feedback, right? So very important for you is, for example, if I'm talking and you're listening, or let's say you are talking, I'm listening. So we need to understand and develop the skill to notice the face while you're talking to me. Because a listening face never lies. A talking face might lie. A listening face will not lie.
Okay.
So if you ask me a question with which I feel the tendency to lie, I will do, because I'm listening. So I'll give all the feedbacks here. Everything is here.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So whenever a person, let's say, covers the mouth, it does not mean they have to lie or they are covering their mouth because they have to hide something or conceal something. That is where we look at the cluster of gestures. So all the gestures put together, then you decode the real meaning. Just one gesture will not tell anything like that.
I see. Wow, that was cool. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, now I'm thinking maybe there's a lot of people that they do some gestures, or they make some gestures, thinking that this helps them with their confidence,
yes.
But on the other side, it doesn't help with their confidence.
No.
What are some of those situations?
Yes. One of my favorite gestures, which usually people should not do, is the steeple. Steeple is this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I have seen a lot of actors these days, just to show that they're serious, they do this. But it should come to you naturally. It should not be forced. Right? And this is where you should not do something that you have just learned. It needs to build up in the system naturally. Right? So that's one. Another thing is the power mudra. Usually I've seen people doing that. Why? Because some of the, not like non-Indian famous people have done this and they sit like this. So now I have seen other people also doing that. Why are you doing this? Just because other people are doing that. There's a meaning behind it. And not everything needs to be copied, especially not the body language, right? So that's another gesture. Third gesture, what I have seen is the handshake. Oh my God,
What
how
is
people. So give me the handshake. Now this is a very good handshake, right?
Yeah.
But some people, they want to project that I'm like really confident.
Yeah.
So I will squeeze your hand.
Oh,
I'm not squeezing, but I'll squeeze your hand.
Yeah.
This is a way that people showcase that they are confident.
Yeah.
A very bad gesture.
Okay.
So there should not be a bone crusher at all. And I tell that in my sessions, in my workshops, that if a person is giving you a bone crushing handshake, it means one of the three things. First, a person is physically or sexually attracted to you.
Okay.
Second, the person might be obsessed with power and authority.
Yeah.
Third, the person has recently joined a gym to work out.
I didn't see that third one coming.
So people need to know
Yeah.
how to offer a good handshake. And it tells about a person. So when I have a handshake with an individual, I can identify and understand what is the person thinking.
Oh.
Yeah. how convincing does it take for me to talk to that person, how available that person is, how open that person is to talk to me, everything. And we humans are very touchy-feely beings, right? So if you have seen here, we go to buy vegetables, we look at the vegetables like, oh my god, what am I buying? So we want to touch.
Yeah.
That is why it took time for the online marketing or the online shopping to enter into India, because we want to touch. And the haptics, the touch feedback actually tells you a lot of things. So let's say in a romantic relationship also. So have you heard of Dr. Gottman's?
No.
Okay, Dr. John Gottman, Dr. Julie Gottman. They have been doing the research in marriage and relationship for the last 40 years now, right?
Oh, I heard about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are like the people when it comes to marriage, relationships, and how to make things better. And they say this, it's never too late, it's never too early to work on your relationship if both the people are willing to work on the relationship. And they had given this 2 rules. One is a 6-second kiss, right? So if you really want to make things alive or spark or whatever with your partner, that 6-second kiss needs to happen. It needs to happen for minimum 6 seconds. Second one is the 20 seconds hug, because it flows the oxytocin in the body. So sometimes when I hug my husband and then he moves, I said, no, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So initially it is like, okay, 20 seconds, you need to count. But then it becomes a habit. That is also somewhere where the gesture is important. So handshake is also a touch feedback, right? Hugs or side hugs, touch feedback. You get to know about a person much more, because a human is intuitively very sharp. But we cover it with a lot of judgments, biases, society, responsibilities, blah, blah, blah.
I see. Okay, well, so many things that we do and we shouldn't do because it doesn't help. At the end, it doesn't help. But what I like what you say is that whatever you do, it needs to be congruent, right? Otherwise, you see that it's not a line, right? It's not a line with who you are, right?
Yes.
That's what you say. Good. So now I think what I would like to talk with you is about confidence. Like, what are some signs that shows that a person is confident?
Okay, so a person is confident and a person is overconfident. So there's a line between it.
Exactly,
right?
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yes. So now a confident person will be very much comfortable in whatever they are wearing and however they're sitting and however they're talking. It just comes to the comfort level. I have accepted myself on how it is or how am I, and I am fine with people judging me. That is the right level of confidence. Now overconfidence come here that I want to portray something over and above, which is something I'm not. Now if I am comfortable sitting like this, overconfidence will give you this gesture.
Oh, I see.
This is overconfidence.
And you see it's like artificial, right? It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is overconfidence. Or overconfidence is also something where there are certain actors who do this. It was like there is no need to put somebody like their hands on somebody else and hey, yeah, hi. This is something which is overconfidence. Then another thing is confidence is you enter onto the stage, and if you're acknowledging each and every person who you know maybe, that is confidence. Overconfidence is you go on stage and you start waving at everybody, not even knowing and looking. Confidence, going and asking, hi, my name is Kanan, how are you? Overconfidence, hi, my name is Kanan. So it's the chin level which tells. So if my chin is up, that means I'm already thinking that I am somebody that a person should acknowledge me. So it's like this, little up, right? And then my body is like expanded. So my gestures also become an expanded version of me. So this is overconfidence. Confidence, you feel very much comfortable in your own self. For example, there is this beautiful, amazing director in Indian cinema called as S.S. Rajamouli, right? He directed RRR, the latest one. Now, if you see his sitting gesture, he takes lesser space, right? So I can't sit cross-legged, otherwise I would have shown you.
Don't do that today.
So he sits cross-legs, his hands are like this, and his body is little down, and he talks in this manner. That's his baseline behavior. And he makes these wonderful movies. So whenever, even if he's on the stage, he tends to take less space. Now he is a person who's confident, but people will take this.
How do you know he's confident?
Because when he speaks, at that point of time, every answer is very much correlating to whatever he's talking or whatever he's doing.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
So sitting posture at a surface level, people want to learn how will I sit that I will be perceived as confident. Take more space, shoulders should be expanded, and the legs should be pointed properly. But once you are confident in your skin, you will start feeling anything is comfortable for you, becomes confidence.
Like your grandmother.
Oh yes, yes. Nobody knows me, I'll wear the same thing. Everybody knows me, I'll wear the same thing. Yeah. So a person needs to know themselves first. And Mr. S.S. Rajamouli's body language, if you look at only the body language and you go by textbook, it is a low powered stance.
Yeah.
It is a low body language. But when he starts speaking, when he talks, when he smiles, I'm very comfortable in my smiling. So this is what a confidence means. It should not be as per the textbook. It should be as per yourself.
I see. And is it also related to the level of presence? You know, for example, like if you are so comfortable within yourself, you're just present there, you know. And if you are not confident, you are overdoing stuff,
Yes,
you know. Or
yes.
Is there something there also?
Yes, yes. Because I'll always be worried about the judgment.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
how am I being perceived by the people.
Exactly, yeah.
So if I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh my God, after this, how will people perceive me? Will they see? So whatever you do, people are going to like you, people are going to dislike you. This is something you need to understand. And you can't be liked by everybody else. Maybe once you die or something, then people will start liking you or something, usually. But apart from that, no. So we are not okay with the dislike part. Right?
Okay.
So we want to be liked. Most of us, we want to be liked.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
being validated, being accepted, right?
Also, another gesture which I have noted in men and women is when they laugh, they cover their mouth.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
I see that a lot.
Right?
What does that mean?
So that means maybe either themselves or somebody would have pointed out flaws in their teeth.
Yeah,
So they're conscious about their teeth.
I see.
And for example, here we have actresses like Katrina Kaif or Aishwarya Rai or Rashmika Mandana. These are some of the actresses. When they laugh, they cover their face.
Yeah.
And I have seen this in men also.
Yeah.
So it's not a woman's gesture. So we laugh, ha ha ha, and then we say, oh, oh, we do this. Why? Because somebody would have pointed at it, don't laugh like that. You don't look good.
Oh, I see.
So that is there in my mind.
Yeah.
Alia Bhatt is another actress who does not cover her face when she's laughing. She laughs like ha 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 ha, and her teeth are like visible. That means she has never been told that, hey, don't laugh like this, girls should not laugh like this or something.
Oh, I see.
So these are also some of the things.
It means that it's people that feel good in their shoes, right?
Yes.
They're good in their shoes. Okay. So whoever is watching and wants to improve their confidence, what is something that we can do to feel more confident?
The first thing is, again, it goes a little bit hard work, towards hard work. You need to figure out what are you insecure about on your body. Is it the skin color? Is it the acne? Is it the teeth?
Yeah.
Because I need to be comfortable with my own skin.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Because till the time I'm not confident, that is going to hinder my
it shows,
body
right?
language.
And
yes,
it shows.
Yes. For example, I'll give you, and I'll come back to this, but There was this episode in Coffee with
Will you
Karan.
come back today to this?
Huh?
Will you come back to this point
Yeah,
today?
I'll come back to this point today itself. So there's this episode in Coffee with Karan
Yeah.
where Preeti Zinta and Saif Ali Khan are being invited, and they ask some random people about the actor Saif Ali Khan, like, what do you think about him? One man just said, only one man said that I think his nose is a little longer, and they kept that bit of clip, and then after that, Saif kept doing this. He kept doing this. Hey, is my nose longer? Is my nose longer? He kept saying that.
Yeah.
It's some random person who said that one comment, and an actor like Saif Ali Khan got bothered. It would not have been the case if he would not have thought by himself. Somebody would have told
I
him
see.
before
I see.
that you might have a longer nose and stuff.
I see.
Right? Now, coming to the point again, what are the things that I'm not confident about? I'm not confident about, let's say, my hair quality, or I have a lot of grays. So that is something which I'm uncomfortable about. If you want, you can dye your hair, or if you want, you can be natural, whatever suits you. I have also seen men who are balding, but they cover their hair like this, and then they keep touching their head again and again. It shows that you are uncomfortable with the balding patch or everything, right? Because you're trying to adjust it here again and again. Now I'm adjusting here because I can't look at you with one eye, so I'm adjusting here. But if, let's say, a man who's losing the hair is not confident, he'll keep doing this. Now this becomes a self-soothing gesture. That means they're not confident. Hence, being confident in your own body is the first thing that a person needs to know. Second, you also need to know that if there is anything which is leaking, or I am being perceived as a low confidence person. So a person needs to know that when they are listening, they ideally should not move a lot of head, like, yeah. They should not do that. And if somebody is interested, they lean in. If they're not interested, they lean back. These are the basic things. If a person is doing a bobble head gesture, which is like, So as a person, I am trying to give you an impression that I'm very much learning or understanding what you're saying. But too much bobble head movement of mine will give you an impression, she's a very easygoing person, I can talk to her later. So lesser movement in the body will increase the confidence level in a person. So the demeanor needs to be changed. So rather than doing okay, I will do this and I will say okay. So lesser movement in the body. Then some people have this issue of speaking faster. This is also somewhere people need to understand a concept called as mirroring. So now if you're sitting like this, I'll mirror your body language. This is a subconscious sign that I'm trying to impress you, or we are on the same page. Sometimes people do that on purpose. Sometimes it is totally subconscious.
But it works, right?
It works.
It works. Yeah.
Because you are still registering me.
Exactly.
And you're seeing the gestures and you're thinking subconsciously, oh, we are on the same page. That means we like each other. Oh, this person is a very likable person. I can do business with her. This is how things change. A lot of people, what they do not know about is called as voice mirroring. Voice mirroring is when I'm talking to you, if you are a person who speaks faster, I will also start speaking faster at my pace. If you are a person who's speaking slower, then I will try to match your pace at that point of time. Not only that, the energy level. So some people come across as a very boring person because their tone becomes like very monotonous. And you feel like you're listening to a robot or something. Then after that you start moving your legs and you're becoming restless and you're thinking. So they don't know why a person is getting bored. I was talking to them normally. No, the voice lacks energy. So a person needs to know how to regulate the energy in their voice also based on who they are talking to. So this is something that I do, and a person needs to know the voice training. If I'm talking to, let's say, a group of C-suits or the corporate top management, I will speak in the lower pitch. So now this is my normal pitch when I'm talking to you. But if let's say I'm talking to a top management whose yearly earning is somewhere around, let's say 10 crores or 12 crores, and there are this group of people, so I will talk to them in a different pitch, which is like this. Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about body language, and we are going to talk about all the non-verbal gestures. So when I talk to them in this tone, they will perceive me as a person who's of the higher authority and more powerful.
Why?
Because the voice, the lower pitch the voice goes, the higher you go in power and authority perception.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is a concept that very less people know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if I'm talking to, let's say, a group of women, right? I'll talk to them in a higher pitch, like, hey, today we are going to talk about body language and we are going to know about all the intricate details on how to manipulate the man in your life. And it's high pitch, right? So the voice also plays a very important role. A person, if they know how to use the body and the voice at the same time, and plus they are comfortable with their own skin, there's no stopping of them in becoming the most charismatic person in the room.
I see.
Yeah, some people do that without knowing, some people learn that, but it's a skill. Anything which is a skill can be learned. But why most people do not really become successful in that? Because they don't want to do the hard work. What is lacking in me? What am I insecure about? That is the part they don't want to know about.
Yeah.
They want to know about how can I decode the other person.
Yeah.
But if you're not decoding yourself, then you will be perceived in a negative or a wrong manner.
We know, I mean, you gave a lot of tips on how can we improve our confidence. Maybe now to see it in a more practically, I mean, you have a lot of clients that you coach. Maybe what has been a story of transformation that really surprised you about the person that came to you? She was in like this, and then she transformed into a completely different person.
I have two very close success stories that I would like to talk about. Both of them are based in the US. There's this first person who came to me, and apparently she was 31, 32 years of age, and she felt that she's unmarriageable, right? Because the
Unmarriageable or unmanageable?
Unmarriageable. Unmarriageable. Because our society is such that you cross, if you're a woman, you cross 30, then you're unmarriageable. Then arranged marriage proposal, they keep rejecting you and all that. So she had a lot of issues. And when I saw her, I met her for the first time, like it was a live video call. So when I saw her, I felt like she's such a beautiful looking individual, and she's thinking this way. Okay, and then she was underconfident. Whenever she used to come for the session, she used to not be very presentable, because that is how she felt, right? That is how she felt inside. So during our session, I started telling her that no, you need to know first that I am pretty, I am beautiful. This is again self-love and self-care and all those things. She said no, I mean, she never, I think she had issues in making friends also. So she started working on herself, and very basic ones. Like, you need to tell yourself that I'm pretty, because nobody else told you that you are pretty. She was in 6th standard when somebody made fun of her glasses. Like, you're a blind person, something like that. Somebody said that, and then it is there. Even if it is being told by our classmates, it's still there, right? And slowly she started not feeling pretty. She did her engineering, she was into a job, she did her masters, again she was in a job. So socially and physically, from everywhere, I felt there's absolutely no issues with her. And then when we started talking, she said that how she keeps getting rejected by all these boys who are coming to see her for arranged marriage. And then I told her that you are shopping, you want, let's say, a luxurious or a premium brand, but you're shopping at a street market. You will not get that. You will not get what you want.
Yeah.
The first thing for you is to feel that you are a luxury or a premium person by yourself. And then you start looking. So she said, yeah, but I don't know. So then one or the two guys, three guys came, and then again things didn't settle well. And then I told her this one thing, okay, I'm going to give you this one tip. Reach out to that guy who you feel is way out of your league. She said, why would you choose me? I said, you do that. The worst thing, you are anyway getting rejected.
Yeah.
So try it.
You have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you have nothing to lose. You're thinking that you're
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
rejected. So I told her, your approach should be a person who you feel is way out of the reach. She said, okay. And that happened. And then finally, she matched with somebody who she felt was out of the league, but he somehow still accepted her. Okay. And then I kept telling her that now you need to understand that if you feel this person is here and they have accepted me, that means you are here.
Yeah.
This is where the main thing lies. We
Wow.
mostly think that, oh no, I can't reach out to this person. They're way out of the league. Whoever chooses whoever, they are within their league of each other. And that happened like 1.5 years back. Cut to today, she's married to the same person, right? So this happened. Like today, she's married, I think, for 2 weeks now. She just got married to the same person. So beautiful transformation in her part that she chose to understand. She used to fall sick a lot, right? And immunity also matters. If you are not feeling well for yourself, your immunity also goes down.
Wow.
Yeah. So once you start feeling healthy, once you start feeling sexy, once you start feeling happy, all those things also play along in your other physiological aspect as well. So she started becoming healthy. She had lesser this nails because she had the teeth biting habit. That also went, right? She was taking the medication for anxiety, and then that also stopped. I think, I'm not aware of that.
Yeah.
But now she's happily married. She just got married. It's like she did want to get married and she found somebody and then she got married and she's happy. So in a couple of days we have our last session and then I have to just bid farewell to her. So that's one which is like really close to me. Another one is, again, the person is based in the US. And he approached me saying that he might have an ADHD. The thing is, when somebody self-diagnose themselves and come to me, so I tell them that let me diagnose you. You don't diagnose yourself because of Google and, ChatGPT and all. So I said, okay. And when we started talking or interacting or with all the sessions, we also figured out that he has been living under emergency, which means a person who feels that they have ADHD might not have an ADHD just because they cannot focus on something. So he was a person who's like shifty eyes and he keeps looking at other people and then fidgeting. And then we started going back a little bit into the past, into the childhood. And then we figured out how he was bullied when he was in second standard. And then not only once, he was bullied a couple of times, right? That's when he developed this fake persona. When he went to college, he became a person who's taking a lot of space. And then he became a person who became hyper vigilant. Now this hyper vigilance comes from a point where he was constantly bullied in the childhood, right? So he became a person who had a lot of shifty eyes, who kept looking. So it's an inherent fear that he developed that somebody will come and they'll probably beat me up or something. Now he is an established CA working in Manhattan and he's thinking he had an ADHD. So this is when we found out it was not really an ADHD thing. It was a childhood trauma which was sitting and then we had to dig out and then we had to work. That right now you're successful, you have worked, so there's no reason to be scared of. there is no reason to be people pleasing because you are at a position where you don't. So he cracked some jokes. And then I told him that you can crack jokes, I'm laughing, but this is not your job to please me. We can be honest to each other. And then he realized, and I had to bid farewell to him also because the job was done.
Yeah.
And then his body language also became much quieter. So from hyper vigilance to normalcy is where he came to. So this is how the body language also changes once you understand where the problem is.
So in those two cases, it was cases of traumas from the past.
Yes.
So you help them to have awareness about what was the situation. So they were
Yes.
aware. Oh, this is what happened.
Yes.
And then it's about shifting a bit the self-belief, right?
Yes.
About themselves.
Yes.
And then outside, I mean, it changes. So their body language changes, right? That's what you say, the connection between trauma and the body language,
Yes.
right?
So, for example, the girl who never felt she was beautiful, that's why she always used to take less space.
Yeah.
Now that she started to feel pretty, she is becoming more confident, more smiling, more approachable. Right? So this is how the body language changes once we actually accept ourselves and then not bothered by other people's judgment.
Yeah.
Another thing, Rodrigo, what I have found is most of the time there is a sexual abuse somewhere. Yeah, in the childhood. And men or women, they go through this. They do not talk about this, but they remember. There's this book called as The Body Keeps the Score. Right? That also talks about how we remember things. So let's say you're a 2-year-old. You might not remember who did what to you, but you remember a feeling. That feeling of insecurity or something, it's there, right? For example, my husband, when he was in 7th standard, and he was wearing some sleeveless tank top or something, I don't know, something like that, gym vest or something, and he was coming from the lift, and there was this guy in the lift with him, and he started touching him in a bad manner, it was a bad touch, and he ran out. He told that to his mother, and the mother came out. They didn't find the man. But from that 7th grader person to this date, he does not like to show his body at all. He always covers. He covers his body up to so much that he puts a button here also for the collar.
Yeah.
So that it remains in you if something like that happens. And again, it comes up at the surface level and then comes up at the body language level as well. So,
Yeah. And today you spoke a lot of times, and what is coming over and over again is the importance of self-acceptance.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that plays a huge impact, and of course in our body language, but of course also in our life, right? That's where you work a lot with your clients on that, right?
Yes.
On the self-acceptance, right?
Yes.
Okay, there's a part, I mean, you spoke about these two examples, so I would like to touch also about in relationship. What are some useful tips for couples to improve their relationship through their body language?
Two I had given about Dr. John Gottman and Julie Gottman's, the 6-second kiss and the 20-second hug.
Yeah.
Apart from that, there are two things which I had mentioned in several places. Again, it has come from both of them itself. Because why to reinvent the wheel, right?
Yeah.
They have already worked on that. So they say two emotions are capable of destroying any relationship. One is the emotion of contempt. Another one is the emotion of disgust. Contempt, when a person starts feeling superior.
Oh, in that sense. Okay.
Yeah. And or a person starts feeling that the other person is inferior. In India, we do not have divorces, right? Only the husband-wife starts sleeping in a different bedroom, right? For whatever reasons. So they call it a successful marriage, right? Just because they're staying under the same roof. So you will see in a lot of couples, if one person starts feeling superior or they are demeaning the other person, that is actually breaking the relationship. Or maybe the relationship is broken already. You're just living because you don't have the courage to part ways and, live separately and stuff. Second emotion is disgust. where a person feels, "Uff." Now that feeling, this is a disgust feeling. If I start to feel that for my partner, that means I am already not thinking that that person is an equal of me. Because most of the time in a relationship, no matter it's a 3-month relationship or a 30-year relationship, this is where the conversation moves around. And all the couples, for some reason, keep a scorecard. I did this, you did this. For positive also, for negative as well. Right?
Yeah.
I celebrated your birthday like this. What did you do for my birthday? Scorecard. Did you celebrate this person's birthday so that you can tell that person later?
Yeah.
So that is something we need to think. So contempt and disgust also is shown on the face and also in tone of the voice. For example, if I am telling my husband, like, okay, I don't think, so he says something, let's say, let's go for dinner tonight or something. And I am feeling that he's inferior to me.
Yeah.
So I'll say, oh, like a rich place, do you think you can manage a rich place?
Yeah.
Or place for me?
Yeah.
I've already demeaned him. So whatever effort he was trying to put, he will not even make that effort. And this happens in most of the couple, where either they are talking in the feeling of contempt or the emotion of disgust. Like, I don't think you can do it, so just keep quiet. So you make that face.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
The face and also the tone of voice, as you,
yes,
as
the
you
face,
said.
facial expression and the
Facial-
tone of voice.
Yeah.
And then I also feel there are some triggering way of talking. So I feel a person, if they are being sarcastic
Yeah.
and they are taunting, that also destroys a relationship. Do not be sarcastic with the person you're supposed to live and die with. Like, you can do that with other people because you know, they are temporary. So if I'm being sarcastic to this person, I'm already breaking that relationship, or at least I'm making those cracks, right? So I will tell something, he will remember, then he will tell me something, I will remember, and those points are there. And every couple, if you've been in a relationship, you'll be very much relating to know, like related to this. So every couple has these few topics. You know that if this topic I'm talking about, we will be fighting on that topic.
Yeah.
Because that topic is not over. Some incident somewhere it happened, and then we just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And then some fight happens, and somehow if it is getting connected to the same event, that point comes again. So ideally a couple should sort those issues out, right? For example, I and my husband have this thing, right? I make fun of him. I don't really, like, you know, you have to have something sometimes to fight, you know, like that. So on our wedding night, so he told me that, hey, keep the door open, I'll come back into the room. I was very tired. And now this is like on record, I'm going to say this first because I've been torturing him sometimes for this. I slept off nicely, right? And I locked the door because I had a feeling he'll not come. Right? He'll be going with his friends. And then he said, hey, keep the door open, I'll come. And this is the first night with us, like a married couple and all that. So I locked the door. I slept nicely. Morning I woke up, I unlocked the door. And then he comes. And then I was like, oh, you told me to wait for you. I was waiting, but you didn't come. You chose your friends over me. So honestly, I didn't have a bone to pick with him at all. He's such a nice person. I don't have anything to fight with him like that. So he does not know that I slept nicely and peacefully. Now he will know. After this was released, he'll be knowing. So that happened. But then because he's so good, sometimes I have to bring this topic, like, oh, what are you saying? You didn't come on our wedding night at that point of time. And then he does not have an answer. He said, no, but I went to my friends and I passed out there, which is and I knew about this because they were in the next room. So the point is, every person has these scorecards, right?
Yeah.
So this is something I'm telling you out of fun, but there are these serious issues also. And if the woman or the man feels that the justice is not done to them, they will become either a person who's taunting about that issue or they become sarcastic.
Yeah.
And this is where the issue lies. So ideally, let's say you make a mistake with your partner and now the person is taunting you. So at that point of time, the person needs to tell, like you as a person needs to tell that, okay, fine, what should I do? That event is in the past. I know I might have caused you hurt or disappointment, but I cannot go back and change this. Is there anything I can do to make it up so that things can be better? And the person on the other hand will say, no, now the event is gone, now it's in the, no, you have to tell me something because this needs to be sorted out. I don't want any dent in the relationship. I want all the smoother roads.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Another thing, if there is one bad experience happens for, whatever, a fight or an argument, there should be 3 good events that needs to be happening. So that after a few years, there are lesser negative things and more positive things. So when you look back, you see, oh, there are positive things. We have memories. So for every bad experience, there has to be a new good experience, which will kind of sort this out.
Yeah, to make it intentional, right?
Yes.
Intentionally to do that.
Yes.
Okay, nice. Before we end the conversation, you can give us who is a great example in the world of as an extraordinary body language skills?
Oh, people. I like Barack Obama's presence.
Yeah. Why?
Because it feels like what he's talking and how he's talking, it feels like really good and it feels authentic. And when he's talking, his gestures are also very much congruent. So, and plus he's blessed with a very good voice. Voice plays a very important role. So when he's talking and he's looking, it looks very intentional. So Barack is one person. And say Michelle. So the way they present themselves, and there are haters, there are lovers for them. They say, oh no, they are faking, they're whatever. But they look like an authentic couple who love and respect each other also. That's one thing. And another person is, it's not a body language gesture, but there was this small video that I had seen of Vladimir Putin, right? So some country president gave him like gifted him a puppy. Have you seen that video?
No.
So he lifted the puppy with the neck, from here, and the puppy is like hanging, right? And Putin is sitting, and then he is an animal lover. So he saw that, and he immediately reaches out and he gets the puppy and he holds the puppy in a proper manner. That one little gesture just caught my attention like anything. That, how do you behave with somebody who cannot do anything for you? That one gesture. He's a country head.
Yeah.
So, but these small gestures. But the way he gives flowers to women, he gives flowers like this. This other hand is not even useful.
What does it mean?
It means that I'm doing a courtesy.
Oh, I see.
But ideally, it should be both the hands. If you're offering flowers, he does this. So Barack is the person who I feel is very intentional. His walk and how he's approaching, how he's talking. And if you look at his body language when he was a president and now he's retired, he's not a president, the body language is still the same.
Yeah.
So he was not exaggerating himself.
Exactly.
Now it's not undermining himself also. This is what happens when you actually truly know about your capabilities. So yeah, Barack.
Very good. Okay, guys, you have a tip that if you give flowers to a woman, you give with both hands, not with one hand, right?
Yeah, for example, if you've ever traveled to, have you ever traveled to Thailand?
Yes.
The way they talk to you, treat you, all the people, they use both the hands. They use this when they give you money.
True.
That is also something that we also have in India, right? But in Thailand, you feel that they are doing it out of love.
Yes.
It's a touristy place, right? But so is a lot of places are in India. But you don't feel that warmth. So Thailand, we started doing this after coming from Thailand, that okay, now when we have to say somebody thank you, we'll do actually thank you like this. So I and my husband, we do follow it. And this is a very Indian thing. But we had to learn that from Thailand and we have to come back because people are actually doing it out of love. So both the hands is a sign of love and respect. So if I'm giving you money, I'm giving you something, so both the hands. So flowers, both the hands. Business card, both the hands. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, before we end the conversation, I think we need to know one thing. There's one thing that are you okay? Is everything okay? Yeah. So before we end the conversation, everyone there who is watching us has one question. Like, what did your husband, your current husband, what did you find in terms of body language that he was able to convince you?
It was the other way around. I had to convince him to marry me. Yeah, so that was the thing. He is a person who, what I really liked about him was the demeanor that he carried. And one thing, that's the only person I have seen who is a very non-judgmental person. You can tell him anything and everything under the sun, anything, and he'll not judge you, not at least on your face. So the facial feedback is very much like, okay, you can tell him anything. So I saw him interacting with other people, and then I figured out that he's a person who's a very non-judgmental person. See, all of us, we judge. I also judge, he also judges. But when you are talking to somebody, that's one thing that I really liked about him. Second thing is the way he balances the situation. So if somebody is having an argument, if somebody is fighting, they're being violent, he diffuses the situation like anything. So that is another thing, which is a very good thing. I'm not a violent person anyway, but it's nice to know that there is a person who is good in diffusing the situation. So he taught me about confronting, something that I was not capable of. I was very good in running away. If I can't handle the situation, I'll run away. So he told me that having the ability to have a difficult conversation makes the relationship stronger. So that is also another thing that I found in him.
Very cool. Okay. Nice.
Yes.
All right. This was so good. So thank you so much.